Hi you guys, it's Karina. So I am back with another video tutorial on a new flower center. So lately I have been in like this tropical kick and I've been wanting to make some hibiscus. Now a couple years, no year, maybe a year, I shared with you guys a hibiscus flower using my template. I want to say template 8. So this is template 8, template 95. Look similar? Yes, they are. But template 8 is meant for larger flowers and template 95 is a little mini version of her, just in case. But anyways, a couple, I want to say months, I don't even know guys, but I had shared with you guys on my Instagram how to make a hibiscus flower using one of Cricut's images of the Hibiscus Flower Center. For the longest time I've been wanting to create my own just because, I mean, it's cute, don't get me wrong, but I wanted something a little bit more different just because I don't know, I just wanted something different, honestly. So I decided to doodle on my Procreate, and this is what came of it, this cute little center. So decided, you know what, I think she's ready to be released. Tested her a lot. You know, every time I release a template, like a floral center, any type of template, ping, whatever, SVG, I always cut out using my Cricut, I can't speak right now guys. So I have a silhouette maker, I have a silhouette maker. You guys, I cannot speak right now. So I have the Cricut maker, I have the Cricut Air Explorer, I have the silhouette, and then I have my phone. So I always try and cut with each, you know, I test out each cut with different machines, and even on my phone, because believe it or not, sometimes when you cut from your phone and what you cut from your desktop sometimes can vary slightly. So I just made sure that they were cutting properly, and yes, they were. I always have to do a little test just to make sure that I can do it on my silhouette, because I know silhouette's very popular, and the design studio, and so is Cricut Design. So those two I always have to make sure that if they're working for me, then crossing those fingers are going to work for you, because they do work for me. So like I said, she's ready to be released, and I wanted to make a quick little tutorial on how I use her. So she is going to be available in SVG. Some of my other floral centers are in pink, but this one here is going to be in SVG. So she is going to consist of 2 images, which is the first one, this one, and then the, what would you call the pistil part of the hibiscus. Okay, so you're going to get 2 images. Now there are going to be no instructions with the SVG. Typically, like if you purchase any of my floral SVGs, I do have directions as to the measurements that I recommend for you. Well, the measurements that I use, I tell you how to resize your petals. For this one, because it is a floral center, it's going to be up to you however you want to size her. But in this tutorial, I am going to just share a couple of techniques of what I do that works for me when I am sizing centers. And honestly, the technique I'm going to show you in this tutorial doesn't necessarily have to be for this one as well. If you have any other centers that you have and you're always wondering how, you know, how do you know what size center to use, I will be sharing that with you. Okay, so like I said, 2 pieces. As you can see, there's 3 pieces here. There's like here I have a lighter color, a darker color, and that's all because you are going to duplicate this image. So again, in the tutorial, I'm going to show you guys on Design Space how I duplicate it to get that two-tone look. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started on the hibiscus. I am going to do a quick flower for you guys using my template 95, which is the little version, and I'm just going to do a 1-layer petal just like this one because this tutorial is really mostly about the flowers. So actually, let me go ahead and assemble that flower, and I'll be right back. So I have assembled the flower real quick. So again, this is my template 95. I did use this, no, the 3rd smallest petal is what I used to make this flower. And if you're wondering how many inches, roughly, she's around 5 inches, okay, just roughly. So now that we have the flower, so again, with this hibiscus center, you can use any template pretty much. Okay? So how do I figure out the size of the center? So this is what I do, guys, whenever I'm trying to figure out, like when it comes to these centers that are like flat. For example, I have another center of mine here. like this one right here. You know, trying to figure out which size, because obviously the size is way too big for that one. So what I do is I get a measuring tape, or if you have a ruler. Okay, so then I measure roughly like where I want the center to start and where I want it to end. So that is how roughly I measure. So for example, this one, because I want the center wider, I think I'm gonna go a little under 2.5 is where I want that center. So that's typically what I do, how to figure out how wide I want the center to be. So that way I'm not wasting, you know, having to second guess every time when I'm having my Cricut maker cut it out. I just use a measuring tape and then measure. Okay, so that is what I do when I'm trying to figure out sizes for my flowers. So let me go ahead and show you what it looks like on Design Space, and we'll finish her up. I'm gonna try my hardest for this not to be so shaky. So this is what the SVG is going to look like when you upload it. It's going to be 2 images, okay? And as you can see, they are grouped right now. So you see this box, it's grouping all of them together. We do not want that. So you're going to go over here and you're going to click on group, and now both of your images are separate. Okay, so that's what you want. And also make sure that this little lock key is locked when you are resizing, because if it is unlocked, it's going to mess around with the shape, and we don't want that. All we want is to size this down or size it up depending on how you want it. But because this is a smaller flower, and like I told you, I wanted roughly around 2.5, we're definitely sizing down. So first thing is first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this color right here. So I'm going to duplicate her, because remember I said we wanted 2 of these. Preference, this is how I do it. Obviously, if you just want one color, definitely you can. So I am going to go ahead and duplicate her, but I am going to change her color. Let's do purple. Okay, so now I am going to go over here and I am going to shrink her down, because I like the center to be smaller. Again, preference. And I think I kind of like that right there. Okay, so then I am going to get my pistol. Is that what this is, guys? I don't even know. I'm just calling it. So I'm going to go to the corner, and you see how it curves right here? I'm just going to, you know, kind of tilt her. I'm going to change her color as well, just because I like to first see it assembled. Okay, actually, I'm going to go with yellow. Honestly, it doesn't matter. And then I am going to go to arrange right up here. Do you see that? And I am going to bring this image to the front. And I am going to place her right there. Let me see. And I'm just going to mess around with it until I like it. I don't know. I think I'm going to bring her down a little bit. Possibly. No. I think she was perfect the way she was. I think that's good. Okay. So personally, I always like this pistol to be longer. Okay. Typically, if you look at hibiscus, I mean, they're pretty long. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to select all. Okay. And now I am going to size it down, because this way it's sizing all together. Okay, and I remember I said I wanted 2.5. So then what do I do is I'm going to let go. I'm going to click on that big one, and it's 3. So this pink one right here is telling me this measures around 3. I don't want that. I kind of want it a little bit smaller. So I'm going to size it back down. And what is that? 2.598. Perfect. That's what I want right there. So now all I have to do is go over here to make it. And then I am going to cut her out. And again, because I chose 3 different colors, and obviously I am going to have 3 different, you know, mats or whatever they call it. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you guys on how I figure out the sizing for the center. Okay, and again, you can do this as well with silhouette as well. Like I said, I've tried it on my silhouette. And follow the same things. Now, the nice thing about silhouette, when you upload the SVG, it's already ungrouped, which is nice. So that's one less step that you have to do. But on Design Space, you will have to ungroup those two images, guys, to make them separate. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut out my my 3 images, and I'll be right back. Guys, so here are my 3 images. So I decided to go with a lighter pink, a darker pink, and then this little pistol. And just FYI, because I always get asked car stuff, I'm actually using Printworks cardstock. This is I think this is called Cherry. Not too sure what this one's called, but it's a light pink. This pink is actually, and the white is part of their Valentine's Day pack that I have. And this is a pretty cream color. I want to say these two were together in a pack, these 2 colors, and then these 2. But definitely check out Printworks on Amazon, guys. I have been using them a lot, and this is 65-pound weight because I always get asked what weight, and that's typically the weight that I use, guys, for making paper flowers. Okay. So let's get started on how to assemble. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is pretty common sense, guys, but let me go ahead and show you. So I'm going to go ahead and get my glue gun. Okay, and I am using the Surebonder Mini Detailed. I'm just going to add a dot of glue. I don't know if this is hot yet. Is it? Yeah. All right, and I am going to get the first center, which is this one right here. Oh, I got some glue streaks. And I am going to place her in the center. All right, just like that. So I'm going to put her to the side because now I am going to go ahead and paint this little pistol. So you can definitely use crayons, marker, if you have anything at hand. But if you're a follower of mine, you know that I have been using pan pastels for many years, and that is what I will be using today to color the little guys. I don't know what these are called, you know, these little pistol things right here. And I am gonna go ahead and grab one of these eyeshadow appliques that I also purchased from Amazon. I bought a big old pack, and they have, honestly, because it's way cheaper, guys, than if you were to actually buy the tools that are called soft tools that are meant to be used with pan pastels. But I figured, you know what, I think eyeshadow appliques will work, and they do. So I'm gonna be using this color right here called Diary Lid Yellow. It's also from Amazon, and I am just going to go ahead and grab a little bit on my applique, okay, and then very carefully I'm just going to dot where I want this. Let me zoom in a little bit, guys. Not zoom out. There we go. And I always like to add like another something on the bottom to protect, so that way you don't get your desk all messy. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do, guys. So let me go ahead and finish her up, and I'll be right back. You guys, I'm all done. Please don't mind the nails. Yes, I know they're a mess. So she is all done. If you want to see right there, that is how I like to color her in. Again, you can use crayons. I've done it before with crayons when I told you I used that Cricut image. But I'm just using my pan pastels. So I'm going to go ahead and get this first part. Gonna add some glue. Add her to the center. Yeah. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this part. Gonna add some glue here. Try to go to the center. And voila, she's all done. Isn't she cute? Super adorable. So again, you don't have to use this template, but again, this is template 95, but I mean, you can use any template that you think it would work for the center. Sorry, you can see my water over here. All right, guys, so I just wanted to share that with you guys on my newest center, the new inspired hibiscus floral center. You can find it at www.arielelisedesigns.com. If you have any questions, please, you can either message me on my Instagram at arielelisedesigns or my email, arielelisedesigns@gmail.com. I'm always happy to help, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.